Now we're going to take a quick look at Beltre and Trout. Beltre on the left, Trout on the right. I like to use these two because obviously there's been controversy about elbow height when you're starting out. Obviously Trout's high, Beltre's low. So we'll look at their swing. First let's look at the elbow. If you watch Beltre, even though it's low, as he starts to come through, as he loads his shoulders, he rotates back, and look at that elbow go up. He actually brings it up. So he doesn't start it low and keep it low. So that's the first thing you want to look at. So as we look at them do their stride, and again your strides really should be about 6 to 8 inches in stride. These guys have a little bit longer stride. But as we go through, we'll hit this real quick. They load, shift their weight back. Then you look at their chin, it's basically on their front shoulder because they've rotated their shoulders and their hips a bit back. Not moving their hands per se back, the hands are following the shoulders, remember. Then on heel plant, we see their elbow is the first thing to move, along with the twisting of their waist. They start shifting their weight forward on their front leg, but not going clear up on the front leg. So now as they bring the bat through, if you notice at this point the elbow, bottom elbow is behind the bat knob of their hands. The other reason I like to utilize this video of Trout is to show that they're not throwing their hands. The barrel of the bat is black, obviously the handle is cream color, and look at the distance. You see the black of the barrel of the bat, then you see grass, and then you see Trout's white uniform. Watch as he brings it down. Still see grass and white uniform. Bring it down. Technically it's not on his uniform as his rear end's getting in the way. But as you look back, it still see grass, still see grass. If he was throwing his hands at the ball or pushing the knob of the bat to the ball, the black of the bat would move forward and you would see it show up in contrast on his jersey. Therefore, he is not throwing his hands or on the knob of the bat at the ball. So now as they get to this position, their front door, we say the front foot, notice how it's pretty well closed. It's not, hips aren't wide open, so the front foot's not wide open. When they get about right in here, the momentum brings that bat. This is where you start getting that whip action, which we're looking for because the torque of your waist and your shoulders coming through. Notice the shoulders have changed positions for 2 reasons, which I'll get to momentarily. Come through in a nice strong position. Of course, as they're coming through and hit, please notice hand palms up, hand palms down. You can see that obviously the same thing in Beltre. And then contact and the follow through, they follow through high. The other thing on the follow through, please notice, they don't have what I call the golf swing. They are not going to be up on their front foot. You do not come up. That's what a golfer does. This is baseball. You don't go follow through up on your front. Next thing we're going to quickly look at is that angle that we showed on McCutchen from behind. You'll see another good reason for that. Of course, as you're coming through, that lower elbow is coming through, and it's going down. The front elbow comes up, so your shoulders start to change positions. But again, you remember the body angle, when you start to load, angles in towards the plate at the hips. So you've got that angle. So if you look right here, you can see for sure on Trout, he's leaning in. Beltre you can see also, but they're bending at the hips and leaning in for that power shot. 2 things you look at again, you look at the back foot. As we scoot through here, you can see on Trout, watch it pick up and actually slide forward. Again, not squashing a bug. Same thing with Beltre. Look, he comes through, hits, he's on the toe. They're not squashing a bug here. It don't look like they squashed a bug until after you hit, then your weight, momentum pulls you back, and then you kind of lean back on that foot. But through that process of making contact and initially coming through, you are not on that back foot or have hardly any weight on the back of that foot. Again, last and final, I want to just make sure you see, make the point. Right by heel plant, take a look at the head. Look at the angle. Straight down. The other thing now you can see is the front leg angle. Watch, heel plant. Here comes a rotation. contact. Look at the front leg, good power angle. So that right there gives you a quick idea from the side view of what we were talking about in McCutchen, of the things you can look at in your own swing and start working on. You can't work on everything all at once, but now you'll understand when the coaches start talking to you about certain things, you'll have a good understanding. Any questions, of course, ask the coach, or you can email me. Thanks.